Welcome back to my YouTube channel, English Warrior. Learn, unlearn and relearn. Dear learners, in this e-lecture, we are going to learn verbs. Make sure to watch this video till end. So I request you, don't escape this video. If you wish to clear the concept of verb, make sure watch this video till end. Thank you. Let us study verbs in terms of form, function and meaning along with their types. Verbs are used in certain typical forms. From this point, we shall classify them into 5 different forms. The verbs have 5 different forms. Number 1, base form. Number 2, yes form. Number 3, past form. Number 4, dash ing form. And number 5, dash en form. That is past participle form or PP form. Now we will see the symbols and examples. Number 1, base form. The symbol is V0 or V1. For example, work, show, put, sing. Yes form, which is used after third person singular. Symbol is VS, works, shows, puts and sings. The third form of verb is past tense. Symbol is VED form. Examples: worked, showed, put, sang. Number 4th form of the verb is dash ing form and symbol is VING. Working, showing, putting, singing. And the 5th form of the verb is dash en form, that is past participle form or PP form. And the symbol is VEN form. For examples, worked, showed, put and sung. Verbs are classified into 2 groups. Number 1, a regular verb and number 2, irregular verb. Regular verbs are the verbs with dash D or dash ED suffix in past tense, that is VED form, and VEN, that is past participle forms, are regular forms. Are regular verbs. Regular verbs are also known as verbs are classified into 2 groups. Number 1, a regular verb and number 2, irregular verb. Regular verbs are the verbs with dash D or dash ED suffix in past tense, that is VED form, and VEN, that is past participle forms, are regular forms. Are regular verbs. Regular verbs are also known as weak verbs. For example, play, played, played. Here, the second example, dance, danced, danced. The third example, help, helped, helped. In all these 3 examples, we can see that the past form and the past participle form, there we can see ED or D, the suffix is attached. So, such type of forms which are such type of forms which have the suffix d or ed form in their past tense or past participle form are known as regular verbs. On the other hand, irregular verbs, there is a change in vowel sound while framing the past form or PP form. So, all irregular verbs are known as strong verbs. For example, write, wrote, written, run, ran, run, cut, cut, cut. If you look at these three examples, there is a change in vowel sounds. If we look at these three examples, the past form of write is wrote and the third form, PP form, is written. So there is no d or no dash ed suffix which is attached to the past form and or the past participle form. There is just a change in vowel sound. So such type of verbs are known as irregular verbs and they are also known as strong verbs. Now we will see finite verbs and non-finite verbs. First we will see finite verb. Finite means, what is the meaning of finite? Finite means limited, bound. Such verbs, the verbs which changes its form according to the tense, that is present tense, past tense or future tense of the sentence, or person and number of the subject, first person singular or plural, second person, third person singular, plural, there is a change, is called as finite verb. For example, here are some examples. Sachin plays cricket. Here Sachin. Verb is in past tense. So here there is a change in tense. In the third example, we like sweets. We is first person plural. In the fourth example, he likes sweet. He likes, yes form. In the fifth example, I am a student. Here is a change according to number. Person, I am, and third person, we are. So in this way, plays, played, like, likes, am, are finite verbs. Now we will move towards non-finite verbs. Non-finite means they are not limited or they are not bound. Such verbs which doesn't change its form according to the tense of the sentence or person or number in the subject is called non-finite verbs. For example, he eats baked food. Here, ed participle non-finite verb and finite verb is eats. In the second example, he ate baked food. So here also, if we change the tense, the first sentence is in present tense, eats, and the second sentence is in past tense, ate, but there is no change in the ed participle non-finite verb. In the third example, two participle, we like to eat sweets. He likes to eat sweets. Here there is a change in person, first person plural and third person singular, but there is no change in non-finite verb to eat and to. In the fifth example, I love reading poems. This is the example of dash ing participle. Love is main verb and reading is dash ing participle non-finite verb. She loves reading poems. So in all these examples, ed participle, to infinitive participle and dash ing participle, in all these examples, these are the examples of non-finite verbs. Now, dear learners, we will try to learn verbs on the basis of function. On the basis of function, verbs are classified into two forms or two types. Number one, lexical verbs, and number second, auxiliary verbs. Lexical verbs are also known as main verbs or full verbs. They are also called as open class. They are in open class, and lexical verbs help us to make a statement of facts. Remember friends, lexical verbs help us to make statement of facts, and there is no limit to the verbs in this class. So they are known as open class verbs. For example, run, jump, go, look, ask, talk. Here in this, the second example, she looks beautiful. In the above sentence, is and looks are the main verbs. They make factual statements. Main verbs function as the head of the verb phrase. In the structure of the verb phrase, there can also be an auxiliary verb preceding the main verb. Auxiliary verbs helps to express concepts of mind. Remember friends, lexical verbs help us to make statement of facts. On the other hand, auxiliary verbs express concepts of mind. It cannot make statements of fact. The auxiliary verbs are further classified into two types. Number one, primary auxiliary verb, and number second, modal auxiliary verb. Primary auxiliary verb, we can see here in the example, there are basically three primary auxiliary verbs: be, do and have. Be, have and do. To be, which are the forms of to be? Am, is, are, was, were, being and been. To have, which are the forms of to have? Have, has, having, had. And the third primary auxiliary, do, does, did, doing and done. Now, the second primary auxiliary is modal auxiliary verb. It expresses moods of the speaker: can, may, shall, might, should, would, must, ought to, need to. So here In the second example, may shows function, and now verbs express actions, events, processes. These can be physical, through, mental, think, perceptual, see, social, give, etc. Apart from the above discussion, we can study lexical verbs as intransitive verbs and lexical verbs as intransitive verbs. Intransitive means the verbs which doesn't take object. For example, as intransitive verbs, intransitive means the verbs which doesn't take object. For example, again verb, after intransitive verb there is no object. Here daily is adverbial. So the verbs which doesn't take object, they are known as intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are such verbs which take objects. There are transitive verbs. Transitive verbs take objects. Verbs are such verbs which take objects. There are three types of transitive verbs. Number one, monotransitive verb. Number second, ditransitive. Mono means single, one. It takes only one object. Such verbs are known as monotransitive verbs. For example, John writes a letter. A letter is one object. So, writes is monotransitive verb. Number second, ditransitive. In ditransitive, this word die itself suggests that die means double, two. So it takes two objects. For example, he gave her a pen. Here gave is ditransitive verb which took two objects. One is indirect object and another is direct object. Number third is complex transitive verb. Complex transitive, in it again it can take adverbial or complement after the object. So here the structure may be SVOA, subject, verb, object, adverbial, or subject, verb, object, complement as complex transitive. For example, Rahul played cricket today. Here played which took object and today is adverbial. So played is an here. So here play is an. So here played is a complex transitive verb. Now we will see linking verbs. There is another. We will see linking verbs. There is another mode of distinction, that is linking verb. Linking verb and today is adverbial. And here, so here play is an. So here played is a complex transitive verb. Now we will see linking verbs. There is another divided into two types, dynamic linking verb and stative linking verb. Stative linking verb is a linking verb. Be means the form be is are, was, were. Okay, this is a linking verb and this linking verb be and this linking verb be is also known as copula. The dynamic verbs can fit into the dynamic verb fit can fit in the we fit. The dynamic verbs can copula. The dynamic verbs can fit into the dynamic verb fit can fit in the we fit. The dynamic verbs can the stative linking verb. We cannot use stative linking verbs in this type of construction, means be plus VING or progressive or in continuous tense. We cannot use stative dynamic verbs in progressive form. For example, know, feel, see, hear, etc. For example, we cannot say they are knowing Hindi. Are knowing. It is a wrong stative verb. We have to say instead we have to say instead they know Hindi. This means speak is a dynamic verb and know is a questions. You can post them. If you have any suggestions, any queries, any questions, you can post them. May answer to you. You can mail me to my email address which I have given you. I conclude. Before I stop, I would like to rewatch my earlier videos which I have prepared on word class, nouns and noun phrase, the structure of modification. I request you all, and here I will give you the link of my previous video, and I am sure those videos will help you a lot. And here I would like to conclude. Thank you.